What's up guys, Koma here, and this time, different type of video. I just want to talk about a few things, and while I talk, I'm going to be sitting here and playing some Destiny 2. Actually, I need to get something transferred over first before Discord's being slow. I need to pull over my Quicksilver. Because I'm going to be using my Hunter build. Okay, so there's my Quicksilver. So if you're anyone who hasn't watched my channel before and this is your first time coming across this is my Hunter build. It's the Foe Tracer Whirling Maelstrom. There is a link to my video on the build in the description if anyone wants to go look at my version of the build. There's plenty of other versions of this build out there, and you can copy my mods one-to-one if you want. Generally, there's plenty of uptime on your melee, and that's really what I was going for. So, yeah, where to begin? I think mainly where I want to begin, and since I've already recorded this once, I might as well start in the same place where I kind of left off. I do have some notes, so I can keep track of what I want to talk about. First of all, Bungie layoffs. Devastating, mainly. Super sad to see a lot of people get laid off. Mainly, we have Hippie, we have Michael Salvatore, and I forget the other composer that, I forget his name, that did Deep Stone Lullaby. They, unfortunately, also got, laid off. But yeah, there were a lot of people that were, laid off from like Bungie. Not only from the Destiny 2 team, but also apparently there were people laid off from the Marathon team and whatever else is going on in the background of Bungie. So a lot of us are just more confused than anything. Because, well, why did they get laid off? A lot of people assumed it was PlayStation or Sony that caused the whole layoffs, and news broke out that apparently that wasn't the case. It was just Bungie's weird decision to do it. No clue why, but and we probably won't ever know why. But when it came to just how a lot of this stuff has been working recently, it's just not great. We've seen a lot of layoffs this year, especially from Epic, and there was one of Naughty Dog not so long ago. I forget when that was, but it feels like it wasn't too long ago. But I look at that and number one, it ain't great for one. For two, it just makes me wonder what is going on with Bungie right now. And what exactly is the future Destiny 2 looking like? Because as of right now, it ain't looking too bright. There was a bunch of news about how a lot of the devs were begging management, which is who we are kind of assuming a lot of these issues came from, to basically fix the game, because player sentiment and player population was an all-time low, and the devs really wanted to fix the game, give the players a good experience, and apparently management just declined that idea. And super unfortunate, because the Destiny we see now would be totally different than what we would have seen if the management, allowed that. And it just makes me wonder why they didn't let that happen. Mostly business, I would assume, because that's what kind of Bungie's been all about recently. But I don't know. That's just me spitballing. Although I'm gonna assume a lot of people are just even assuming that in the first place, so I'm not going to doubt it or anything. That just went nowhere apparently. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of people are just feeling like Destiny is practically dead in these next 2 seasons. Starting next season, Season of the Wish, which is looking kind of cool. I can't wait to see the Amkaris come back. It's gonna be my highlight of the season, assuming that most seasons at the end really do go out with a bang, which is great. So I'm really excited to see how this season is going to end and how it's going to be pulling in for the final shape. But yeah, I mean, like, it's just, I feel like when it comes down to, okay, I couldn't deploy my ghost like that apparently. When it comes down to the people that they've laid off, I look at it right now and I'm thinking Michael Salvatore was pretty much the only one that really breathed like life into the game through his music, and he always kind of has, even since the Halo. Because for anyone who's not familiar, Michael Salvatore is literally one who made most of the Halo 2 through Reach and other soundtracks around in Halo. And that really sucks, because now that he's gone, we won't be seeing him again anytime soon. A lot of people were asking 343 to pull him back onto Halo, which would be great, but I really don't see it happening anytime soon. So it just, I just don't understand why you would lay off Michael Salvatore. Maybe he was wanting a whole lot more than they were questioning or wanting to give him, but I don't know, I just don't think that's it. It doesn't seem right. Can you stop? I still don't know why this is a. Really? I didn't have enough momentum on that? I just don't know why they would lay him off out of all people. Especially Hippie. Hippie being one of the community managers that was unfortunately laid off, and she's currently still looking for a new job. Not exactly sure where she's gonna go, because I know DMG, he went to Riot Games, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to wrap my mind around it, considering what was it? I believe even in 2022, or sorry, 2020, where sorry, I'm recording this late at night, so I'm tired. Sony in 2022, when they purchased Bungie, they said that there was no layoffs or anything that's gonna be happening within Bungie. Yeah, here we are. I just don't know how exactly to react to a lot of it, like, flabbergasted is the only way you could really describe it. Oh, how did you die? He must have blown himself up or something. Other than, the whole Bungie stuff, number one, me and my friends are very skeptical of what exactly is going to be going on for the rest of, like, Destiny. Because, with Michael Salvatore out of the picture, it just means that we're no longer going to be hearing any of his music for, I mean, we'll still have it for the final shape and maybe, next season and maybe the season after the final shape. But most people at this point have just kind of decided that, you know, maybe Destiny ends at the final ship. You know, that's the ending of the saga we've been following for so long, and it makes me question whether or not, you know, maybe we should, maybe that's where Destiny stops. And while that's unfortunate to say, and I hate to say something like that, you know, Destiny's getting old, the engine is old after all. This engine that I'm currently playing on is still, you know, the OG Halo CE engine, which is insane, by the way. Because even still to this day, developers are using this engine for games. Because keep in mind, Halo Infinite technically still uses it as well. So, so it's like a lot of people are questioning Destiny 3 again, and I highly doubt they're doing a Destiny 3. I can see them do Destiny 3. It's just like, when are we gonna get the game that we deserve at this point? We're spending hundreds of dollars every year for little to nothing sometimes. And, you know, it really makes me question how much is too much, because recently we've been seeing, you know, Call of Duty and all these other games come out, and unfortunately Modern Warfare 3 just flopped recently, and nobody is liking that. The campaign was 3 hours long, and it was just a DMZ copy with Verdansk from Warzone 1, and then you have games like Spider-Man, which are probably some of the peak games that we get, because they're in development for literally years until, you know, I don't know. It's an interesting era that this industry is currently in, and I really hope it does get better at some point, but because as someone who wants to get into the industry, it sucks seeing the industry basically falling apart simply because, you know, ends can't meet, and nothing seems to just be working, and no full game wants to come out. Because if anybody's not, you know, hasn't looked at my channel, I'm an aspiring level designer. I love to do like Destiny's PvP maps. That's kind of like what I like to do, but even then I like to dabble in the PvE side of things too. So it just makes me just really want to shy away from game development as a whole. Because I would love to do game development. I look at things time and time again within the industry, and I'm just like, this industry overall sucks. Like, it's hard to not only get into the industry, but it's also hard to stay in the industry, but also stay somewhere that you enjoy. Because obviously, a lot of people enjoyed staying at Bungie, but unfortunately, Bungie went ahead and, you know, laid them off. So yeah, I don't know. It's a weird place in, you know, the gaming industry. Um, how it's still alive right now, I don't know. After the gaming industry has been chipped away for what feels like ever at this point. Like, it's been quite a few years as we've slowly been seeing everything about the game industry like fall apart. And honestly, I hate it. And again, it makes me want to look at content creation a whole lot more rather than doing level design. But overall, that's a whole nother thing I have to learn and of my own. So um, it's definitely going to be something that I will probably be looking into a whole lot more. So overall, I think my rant's over. Uh, yeah, I don't know. If you guys have any other video ideas that you guys want to see, I'm definitely down to, you know, look into it. Maybe I might want to do some YouTube Shorts, that's TikTok stuff, and see if I can push into that because obviously a lot of people are still coming into Destiny, and maybe there's some just obscure stuff that people don't know about in Destiny. So if you guys get any like hidden facts or anything about gameplay, shoot it my way. Maybe we could do some shenanigans on it or something. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my little rants and kind of spitballing here. Um, it ain't much, obviously, but I don't know. It's it's just something I figured I would kind of do just to throw out a video out there, since you know lazy videos typically get the job done better than edited videos. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you want more of this content, and I'll talk to y'all another time. Adios.